Hello. That took a little while for you to start recording or videoing me. So hello. It's a little chilly out here in Massachusetts, and I'm wearing a different coat than I normally do, so I'm actually a little colder. But you know what? I like the sting of the cold, and this is kind of rakishly to the side. I like the sting of the cold on your nose. In New England. I'm a fan of New England. I like New England. I like the cold. To be quite frank, and don't call me Shirley, I like the cold. I do. Or to the heat, at least. Anyway, I am happy because I'm in the cold. Regardless. So, there's been, as we all know, my brain's wired in a certain way. Which sometimes makes things more difficult. But also always makes me more interesting. So, yeah, lately I've been thinking about a certain person way too much. Like, way too much. And I'm convinced it's because they're the only male in my life that is potentially a partner, but I don't really even want a partner right now, but I'm just lonely. So I've been thinking about this person, and not even, I like this person as a person very much. I'm attracted to his personality very much, but I don't feel anything romantic for him. But I keep thinking about him, and it's weird. So I've been working on that kind of obsession, and it's just kind of like an outlet for me to really just like feel a little less alone, to kind of daydream about him. I can't believe I do that. But I've been working on that because that's not healthy. And it's really attractive and tempting to have those thoughts because they kind of make me feel better about myself. Because the fact of the matter is I just want to be wanted again. That's what I want. I don't actually want a relationship or anything close to it. So I feel good about myself. And I am. It comes from inside. I know. But, so I was kind of like, oh, how do I get out of this? Like, cause my brain just keeps on doing it, and, you know, I do control my brain. I'm aware of it. I'm aware that I can control my brain. I'm aware of that. But, it's also like the things that I don't want to control, or control it in a different way than is actually healthy. But I was kind of shuffling my tarot deck. I love this tarot deck that I have. I love it. I have like a love relationship with this deck. Like we mean a lot to each other. Anyway, like I don't know. It's weird. I have a very strong connection to this deck, and it does to me as well, which I know is weird, but it's true. Anyway, I was kind of pulling cards to sort of, you know, asking questions, and it was sort of like, well, how do I deal with this? And the answer was, stop looking at what you don't have and look at what you do have. It's like, okay, all right, I see that. I see how that's something. And then, what was the other one? It was the answer. I don't remember the question. The answer was something like, you know, you're going through a transition, and you have a choice of doing things the old way, or you have a choice of doing things the new way. And the old way will keep you stuck, and the new way will set you free. Okay, I see that too. Fine. I'll stop obsessing. So, the answer to that is, of course, living in the moment, which I'm getting better at, you know, because it's a practice, day by day. Let's see, what did my housemate just say to me? I don't know. Let me see what. Sorry about that. My housemate and I are going through something together, and it's bonding us, and she wanted to come forward. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the point being that this obsessing that I'm doing is not healthy for me, and I knew that. But the cards in the universe also told me that I need to be doing things differently than I used to. And if I do things the way that I did, I'll be stuck. But if I do things the way that I should, I'll move forward. And then also that I should look at the stuff that I have and not the stuff that I don't. 2 very good pieces of advice. So I'm still tempted to like daydream. And that's the craziest thing. Like, I do like the guy, like, a lot as a person, but I'm not attracted to him. And I wouldn't want to do anything. Like, I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with him. I just think about him because he's the only male in my life right now who is remotely available. But I don't even want a relationship. It's crazy. So, and I don't even want anything close to like, I don't want that either. I'm lonely. And that's the thing, is I'm lonely. And right now there's not a lot I can do about it. So, except go inside. And here's the thing, right? We can't, if we wait for the outside to make us happy, to match what if we wait for the outside to match what's inside to make us happy, we're never going to be happy, right? That's just the truth. And that's across the board. So if I'm unhappy because I'm lonely, that's just another thing to work on as far as being happy, right? Like, okay, I feel that feeling, and it's okay that I feel that feeling. It's okay that I'm thinking the thoughts. It's just when I recognize the feeling and the thought, look at them, observe, and lean away. If you're having the thought, you have it, observe it, and think about something else. Because it gets me in a bad place. Like, honestly, it really does. Even the thoughts that I want to be thinking produce anxiety. Because of what's going on in my brain right now. I go from one thought to another, and then all of a sudden I'm like, ah! Well, not exactly like that, but I'm like, ah! Yeah, that's kind of the noise I make when I get those anxiety pangs. It's really funny, actually. Yeah, actually, it's a little weird, but it's what's happening, and I'm not gonna be ashamed of it, and I'm not gonna cover it up. Because out there, I know there are people out there who have done or feel the same thing, and I want you to know you're not alone. And this happens. You go a little crazy sometimes. So that's my take on this. Obsession, these are the thoughts, right? Obsessing is thoughts. So we see the thoughts and we think about something else. We think about what we have, not what we don't have. And then we challenge ourselves to do things in a different way than we've done them before, right? So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm challenging myself to do things differently, aka not obsess about a dude, but instead look at the stuff that I have and let the emotions be what they are, go through me, and let them go, rather than holding on to them, freaking out, thinking I need to do something about them, because you don't. You don't need to do things about emotions. It's better if you just let them lay and realize that you're having them, and then take a deep breath and let them go. Anyway, that's my thought for today. And I'm just gonna wait for people to do what they're gonna do, because people are gonna do U-turns. No, they're just taking a left. Totally fine. And here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, you know what? I have my tarot deck that I'm really grateful for. I have you guys that I'm really grateful for. I have my learning and the people around me who are helping me learn that I'm really grateful for. So despite the difficult things that are happening, and there are several things that are challenging that are going on right now, we'll talk about that some other time. You guys know them if you've watched this at all. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. So I am just going to challenge you all to always remember that you can always choose to have a grateful night.